So, Kiyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Really now? Really? You want to fight me out directly? Okay.
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
What blades haven't we used yet? Here, let me check on here. Truth blade. What blades have we not used yet? Marcus Stone, Iron Cage, White Sheet, Dog Statue.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage, so suspicion should fall on them.
A Marcus Stone, that's what it would have been.
True, we could have placed the sickle
I
there.
feel like it's Marcus Stone.
But we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
To touch the cage, both placing and retrieving the sickle were impossible. Such hollow evidence will do nothing to change the fact.
I was wrong!
Oh shit, come on, you don't take half my health for
The
this.
only person who couldn't lift the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
You did.
I'll cut through your words!
He was very, very adamant about him removing the cover. He removed the cover off of the cage.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kiyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth.
Snow, want to go ahead and thank you so much for pointing that out in the previous video, my man. You pointed out that he was very, very adamant about him being the one to put on and remove the blanket instead of anybody else. Thank you for that, my man. Appreciate it.
You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
What?
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma.
Oh, I know what he's getting at. Since this is a trial for the very first murder of Angie, anything regarding to Himiko's murder and who murdered not Himiko, Tenko's murder, who murdered Tenko. I hope Himiko doesn't fucking die. Jesus Christ, she better not. She better not, game. Okay. Oh no, I jinxed it. Damn it. Anyway, what we here is to figure out Angie's blackened, not Tenko's blackened, unfortunately.
But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kiyo?
You still don't understand?
Wait, did Mew just go gangsta?
I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Ah, that's right. What happens to you voting there two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served. That voice of Monokuma was bad. Sorry.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie.
We don't know that yet.
For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie!
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
That's Kibo's ability, I guess.
Of course I understand. I work really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
No, Himiko. No.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Kokichi knows something here.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at
We're
it.
gonna have a battle. We're gonna have a decisive battle against each other.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this...
Yep, we're getting divided.
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial ground!
Wait, what?
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
He confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. Won't forgive Kyo for what he did. We can't vote until we know the facts. I had to pin down the evidence to convince everyone. Well, getting split opinion. I knew this was gonna happen. While the animation's happening, I'm gonna go ahead and just relax. Let it play out. Oh, good lord. I'm gonna have some really odd back issues. Oh, while popping the neck like that actually makes me feel a lot better. Oh, that feels good. We're getting divided in this. And they got a perk to let me know what the keyword I gotta look for in the beginning. Alright, let's go for it.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Kyo!
Lab.
Anyone could have entered my lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Lab.
Kyo!
There we go.
Anyone could have entered my lab.
True. Okay. That's
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi!
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo!
rule.
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death.
Mystery.
I got this!
Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Well, we aren't consistent. Opposition looks weak, but work together. For what now? We'll never know the truth. We have to defend the point.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Angie.
I got this!
Okay, good.
He couldn't get into Angie's research.
I got
lab.
this now. I got this now.
The katana was found in Kyo's
Lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
Alright, we got this. We got this. We got this.
So Kyo did kill Tenko.
Blackened.
Kokichi!
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
We got this. We got this.
He was planning to use the new rule
Rule.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
Weird that Kokichi's on our side this time
We
around.
solved the mystery of...
I got this!
Not yet. there's still another mystery
We got
to
this.
solve.
We got this. Pushing it on. Pushing on. All right, let's go for this. Hell yeah.
This is our answer.
Hell yeah. Got this. We got this. Oh, we got this. Push on forward. Push on forward, y'all.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kiyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yeah, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. At Tenko's murder scene in particular. Side loose floorboard. The dried blood. The dried blood, that's what I need to look for. Was a dried blood here. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's the thing.
This is it!
That's the thing. That's the one thing we haven't discussed yet.
The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because it happened before the seance. It was there before Tenko was killed. It was from the investigation. The air was dry. Happened before the seance.
That's it!
That'd be the only way. Probably happened when he was cutting the boards.
The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
We should make it clear whose blood it was. Bloodstain from before the seance. It has to be them. It has to be Korekiyo's. It has to be. Bloodstain came from Kiyo from before the seance. When he wasn't setting the seesaw, he might have injured himself. Really? Oh, fuck.
I was wrong!
Gotta think about it a little bit more. We got only 2 hearts left. Shit! Tenko, Angie, Kichi. Angie?
That's it!
Wait, what?
That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
What?
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So she could have been killed in the middle room, and then the board was flipped over, the one that was covered in blood, and the blood dripped off from her from there, and then afterwards she was dragged over to her lab, and then killed there or sliced more there on top of the head, and then they used the locked room scenario, huh?
Ah, I guess that's possible.
I thought he actually got himself, like, I thought Korekiyo might as well got himself cut when he was cutting the floorboards, and that was his own blood. Shit.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities.
Yeah.
We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
Is it really?
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or... Okay, what do we got to do here? Sounds down gold leaf katana Necronomicon case
The art
child.
research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead!
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! To keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body!
Oh!
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
Yeah, hold on a sec. The book had to be burned. Burned this Necronomicon to ashes. She could use the candle from the empty room to burn the book, so she didn't have any kind of fire equipment over in her room. Shit! Oh, I know he's onto. What did Kokichi see? Something Angie did. Has to be a clue there.
The art research lab is not where Angie was
I
killed.
know what he's on about now. I know what he's on about.
She was killed in the empty room instead!
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything
Also, listen to
in
the music. There's just continuous whispering.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle!
That's good. That's a good point.
I agree.
Not strip hot wax on herself. No, that's me. That's only me. That's only me at that point. You crazy girl.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play!
Somebody smack me, please.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
After preparing the effigy, burn its Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Yep.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab.
Give me a second here, I need to adjust something with my back. Oh god, that hurt so much. But it's gonna be good. Alright, let's go for it. I'm feeling much better now.
So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
That makes sense.
And that's when the culprit attacked her!
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
She did got cut on top of her on her forehead as well. Now caused a lot of blood to spill out.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. Victim is the ultimate artist Angie Naga. Victim's body was discovered. It was killed by a fatal stab wound to the torso. She was lacerated on her forehead. That's what it is. There's no evidence to prove it? What the fuck? Are you serious? It must have been a big bad meme to do that. Wait, what? Really?
I was wrong!
That was not it? Are you serious? I'd already pointed out. What the fuck you mean? God, what else do you want from me? 4 exceptions were created. Stab into the Kaede because Kaede Katana's so old. Forehead injury. Bloody duct tape? No, it was a forehead injury. Shit. It was literally the forehead injury. The little point out on its own isolated. God damn it! Son of a bitch. Sometimes I hate how meticulous this game gets with its really with its details.
This is it!
Jeez, just give it to me. The freaking...
The fatal...
No. We're gonna point this out. I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna argue this. DanganRonpa V3 says... It says... Victim was killed by fatal stab wound to the torso. Additionally, she had lacerations on her forehead. Don't be fucking with me. Do not be fucking with me. As well as the duct tape. Bloody piece of duct tape stuck to her hair. The body unit already dried. Those probably used to cover up the blood. To put over the hole where she was stabbed initially so she wouldn't bleed all over the place. Don't begin with that shit with just forehead injury. Do not begin with that. You know what I'm on about. You know what I'm on about, game. Sorry, I'm getting kind of passionate here, but we on very small amount of hearts here. And DanganRonpa did say that 2 lacerations. It did say that. So either one should have been right. But hey, whatever. I'm on low hearts, yo. I'm on low hearts. If I had more hearts to spare, I wouldn't even care. But I'm low hearts.
Wound was a cut, but she also showed signs of blunt force trauma. And I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear? What are you? All clear? What are you all... You what? What are... I will not fear. I will not back down.
Whoa!
Sweet Korekiyo, calm yourself.
What? What? What?
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
You saw that too, right?
Nothing is clear at all!
Oh, well, he is not so. Alright. Result showdown. Shit. Tape? Please be the tape. Please be the tape. Bloody duct tape. Yes, it's gotta be it.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first.
Gotta be it.
And then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Gotta be the tape. It gotta be the tape. Gotta be.
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell?
Tape.
The hallway and empty room had no blood stains.
So I see the blood in the hallway. Wait, did not select the tape one? Fuck, you gotta be serious.
I was wrong!
Did it not select the tape, the blade?
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Oh, that's what we had to do.
I'll cut through your words.
Had to wait for the last bullshit. And the blood not being everywhere clearly could have pointed out because of the tape.
There was evidence left at the scene. the bloody tape under Angie's body.
I swear, the game makes me jump the gun so much. Like I'm so low on hearts still. I'm so low on hearts. This is mean. This is straight up mean.
What? It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
You could have just given it to me in the first one. Fuck.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of.
Now, Maki noticed it. Thank you, Maki. You're the best.
But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
There's only one. There will be only one. And I swear, if he gives me a wrong thing, I'ma flip shit.